Mongraal and Mr.Savage are completely washed, and they've been on the decline for a while now, so I think it's time that we have to talk about this. Ever since they moved to NA, they just haven't been the same team as before, and they aren't performing as good as they need to. They only made one Duo Cash Cup Finals and placed 15th in it, but failed to qualify to the other two, placing 148th and 95th. Now, this isn't that bad. I'm sure they did good in FNCS, right? Well, they actually failed to qualify to both weeks of FNCS finals, so they only qualified to the lower bracket of FNCS semis. Due to the format of semifinals, some teams do think it's easier to qualify to grands through the lower bracket instead of the upper bracket, but I don't think this is what Mongraal and Mr.Savage had in mind when they failed to make upper bracket. Even last season on EU, they failed to qualify to grands, and now NA is more stacked than ever after players like Tayson and Vino moved over, so I honestly think they have to both be in their primes if they want even a chance at making grands, and especially if they want to qualify to the LAN event at the end of the season. Even pros like Clix and Vino were trash talking them live on stream, and so I'm gonna show that clip right now.
Much as I love Savage and Mongraal, he's not saying anything wrong.
I like them as people. As Fortnite players, like, they suck, but you know they've had their
I don't
time.
think they suck, but I think
they suck compared to tier ones. If you think they can get top 10, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I can't say, but like they're not gonna get top 15 or top 10. Top 15. I could say top 15. Top 10 now.
Now, I have to slightly disagree with them here, because as you can see, Vino is saying that he thinks they can get a top 15, but not a top 10, which doesn't really make sense, because that could mean they could get 11th, but not 10th place. That's where they draw the line. So I don't really understand what he's saying here, but I do see his argument about them not being that good. And so as you guys can tell, things are getting pretty bad for Mongraal and Mr.Savage when other pro teams start to trash talk them. Now, this isn't to say they are without hope, because I can definitely see them improving in some ways, and I think if they fully lock in, they can make grands. Another factor added in is that they are currently living together in Dallas, so their vibes are really good right now. This is important to improve their chemistry, and so I think they made a good choice to move to Dallas together. I think what needs to happen for them to make grands is we need to see what Mongraal has in him, and Mr.Savage is going to see what he has left in him, because let's be honest, after this season, Mr.Savage's prime is pretty much over, and so this is probably our last chance to see what they got. Now it's time for my prediction on how I think they're going to do this season. Assuming they play good, I personally think they can make grands, but I honestly don't think they'll make the LAN event, which is looking to be somewhere around top 13. I would honestly love to see them at the LAN, but there are so many different pro teams on NA this season, and they don't seem like they can quite keep up with the best of the best right now, but since they are a fan favorite, we all hope to see them do well. So that's going to be all for today's video. Make sure to leave a comment telling me if you think they're going to make grands this season, and if they are, how good they're going to do, and please subscribe to join me in my journey to 1,000 subs. And always remember guys, this could just be the perfect script.